What is up, YouTube? This is AVAULT here, back in today with you guys. We finally got it right here. Today we are opening the Speed Duel starter decks, the newest one that came out today, Twisted Nightmares. Now be sure to check out your locals or your online retail store, whatever, to see if you guys receive these. Some of your local stores might already have them right today. Unfortunately, some of you guys have been spreading some news that's saying like some of them got delayed, which is unfortunate, but I was really lucky enough to be able to get them in my local store as well, so really happy about that. So really excited to open with you guys today right here. Now before we open it, if you guys haven't checked out yet, we already opened the Speed Duel starter decks Match of the Millennium, which also came out today along with this deck, so be sure to watch that video as well. And it's gonna be juicy. It's gonna be really juicy right here. So right here we have Yami Bakura and Yami Marek together in this Twisted Nightmare Speed Duel deck. So let me know in the comment section down below which deck do you guys prefer more, Match of the Millennium or Twisted Nightmares. Let me know in the comment section down below which ones you guys got. If you got both, let me know as well. So right here, very standard once again. You know, just basically like a starter deck packaging, and then we're just gonna open up right here like a structure deck packaging as well for regular Yu-Gi-Oh TCG. So empty box already. Just put this one here on the side, and then we have our two decks in plastic wrap, just like I guess just like the other time, just like the Match of Millennium. You know, no cardboard boxes for deck boxes anymore. I guess they decided to go a little bit more let's say environmentally friendly by using less materials. Right here with our Speed Duel playmat, we got the Match of Millennium and Twisted Nightmares together into one, black and red. Really cool color theme, simple with the characters. We already saw this from the other video, so I'm just not gonna take too long, as well as, you know, rough rules of speed dueling that you can basically learn. And you know, this is actually easy to learn. Speed duels I highly recommend all you guys to play as well. So let's just go right into the opening. Let's open up Bakura first right here with Dark Necro. I really like these cards, honestly, you know, like with the character and their ace monsters in the background. If only they could come out like with sleeves with these, that would be really awesome. You guys know how much I love sleeves too. All right, these are a little bit difficult to open, so bear with me here for a sec. All right, and then of course Duel Links ad right here. All right, we're gonna put this right here. And first of all, for the holo variant for Yami Bakura's deck, we got Santa Claus. And right here in total, I believe there's 30 cards per pack here. So that you're basically essentially getting 60 cards in total, which is very worth it. If not, I mean, it could be 20 instead, but it feels like 30. The thickness of it feels like 30. So definitely worth it. So Santa Claus, which I actually have rarely seen this card, honestly, but you can special summon this card from your hand to your opponent's side of the field in defense position by shooting one monster they control. So that's like the first, what do you call it? In TCG, regular TCG, we call it the Kaiju, or like a monster removal with no effect. So you can basically remove any one of your opponent's monsters and basically summon this card onto their side of the field. You basically want to use this card to get rid of the problematic monsters all the time. And let's see, if summoned this way once during the end phase of this turn, you can draw one card. So it's not you who draws the card, because you don't control it anymore. It's your opponent who controls it, so your opponent will be controlling that card, Santa Claus, and they will be conducting the draw instead of you. Just so you guys know. And this is what I believe is the correct ruling. Anyways, first of all, Inner Conflict. I have mentioned this in the other video already, but I'm just gonna say it. All these skills right here for these starter decks are just so awesome and unique and exclusive to Speed Duels only. And here's the reason why: because a lot of the skills so far we've received are very similar to Duel Links, and many of you guys know that I play Duel Links on the mobile app as well. And a lot of those skills we've received before the set, they were just the same as Duel Links for the most part, honestly. Except for some of them that were very unique. But all of the skills this time here are nothing near like Duel Links. They're completely different, which really gives Speed Duels its competitive edge in terms of having its own fun and totally different feeling when you're playing it, which I really like, honestly. So kudos to those who are working on speed duels coming up with this idea with the skills. Inner conflict. Anyways, activate the skill during your main phase. Once we're due, you can pay half your life points, take control of one of your opponent's monster until the end phase, but it cannot attack directly this turn. So basically like change of heart, I believe, but it can't attack as well. So let's see how this skill goes. But it is a Yami Bakura skill, one of my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh characters ever. This one's the juicy one. Into the darkness below. Activate this skill during your main phase. Once per turn, you can discard one normal fiend monster, then use one of the following skills. You can draw one card and flip this card over, or if you have 4 or more fiend monsters, normal monsters with different names in your graveyard, add one monster from your deck to your hand. You can add any monster you want, which is going to be really cool. I can see a combo already that you're going to be adding Dark Echo Fear for sure, and you're going to be playing lots of like normal fiend monsters. And right here we have Dark Echo Fear. First time in this game. We talked a lot about this effect already. It's very juicy. It can't be normal summon or set. It must be special summon from your hand by banishing 3 fiend type monsters from your graveyard. And during your end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because it was destroyed in the monster zone by an opponent's card and sent there this turn, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls, equip this card to that target. While this card is equipped to that monster by this effect, take control of that monster. Basically, you just take control of one of your opponent's monsters if this card is destroyed by your opponent's card effect, basically, during the end phase, which is really cool. I really like this card. It was essential. It's really powerful in Duel Links as well, just so you guys know. Annoying to deal with. Next Hunter. An OCG import card, level 5, 17,550, 1900 defense. Nah, it's okay. Earl of Demise. You see, Earl of Demise is just straight up better because it just has higher attack, but it has really low defense. But of course, iconic Yami Bakura cards. Another OCG import, the Witch that feeds on life. Okay. Whiptail Crow. We got lots of these already. It's definitely a reprint as well, but you know, very good for this deck if you guys are just starting off as well. Gross Ghost of Fled Dreams, Bakura as well. Headless Knight, Bakura, and then Earthbound Spirit, Bakura as well, that he used in the anime. So definitely cool to see. The Shadow who controls the dark. Such long names. Anyways, we got Gap the Divine Soldier. Talked about this card already. Single tribute, 2200 attack, pretty decent. Dark Ruler, Hades or Hades. Yep, we talked about this card as well. I'm not gonna talk about too much about the cards. I don't want to spend too much of your time, guys. More focusing on the skills because we didn't get a chance to review the skills as well. But you know, let's just keep going. Puppet Master, Lesser Fiend, Twin-Headed Wolf. I'll stop on the cards that I think are really key and essential. Prometheus, Lancer Archfiend. I talked about this roughly. This is a 5DS card that came out for Jack Atlas for that character, just so you guys know. And it's pretty interesting to see this card early already for us, which I really like as well. Dark Mimic, level 3 and level 1. Basically, you're drawing power cards if you need it. I can see gimmicky decks with those. Mask of Darkness, we have this already as an ultra rare, but really glad to see it as a common. It's much preferable as a common. It's not that great as an ultra rare for whatever it was when it came out, and you know, it's got a standard effect. I haven't seen many people use it honestly, but a one-off in certain decks seems pretty promising sometimes. Mad Reloader, definitely cool because you can basically discard cards from your hand and draw 2 cards. You can send your fiend monsters, so definitely essentially common. Sword of Dark Destruction, Offerings to Doom, very powerful card. I did mention you're basically destroying a monster for free, and I mean not for free, but you have to like skip your draw phase, but it's totally worth it because you basically can turn the tables around when you just destroy a key essential monster your opponent needs. Twister, Dark Eruption to recur your resources, View of Darkness with a scene. Allure of Darkness, here it is. It looks very similar to View of Darkness. All the same type of card, but yes, this card is absolutely insane for draw power. I am very surprised, excited, and shocked at the same time. And also curious why this card was actually placed in here, Allure of Darkness, because it's a basically very generic dark attribute draw power card. This card is going to be very powerful in the long run, even till this day for regular TCG. This card is extremely powerful because of the draw power, and it's like core. You play a 3 of in those decks, makes total sense for speed duels as well. Creeping Darkness, Zoma the Spirit. I quite like this one as well, very interesting. Common Charity, and Forceful Checkpoint as a common overall for Bakura. I want to quickly talk about ZOMA the Spirit. It's a summonable trap monster, just so you guys know, and it can inflict effect damage to your opponent when it's destroyed by battle. It's got decent stats as well. It's got 1800 attack, just so you guys know. So that rounds off for the Yami Bakura deck first of all, and let's move into the Marek's deck. So I apologize that I'm taking a little bit too long, guys, but I just really wanted to enjoy the opening slowly and talk about these key cards with you guys, just so you guys know, and especially for those who are learning about speed duels for the first time. I mean, this is the perfect time to be starting as well. These two decks are definitely highly affordable and very fun to play, and I highly recommend you guys who have never tried speed duels try it out. And you can actually simply play by purchasing free copies of these decks already and go straight right into it. And there's a lot of competitive cards inside here as well, just so you guys know, so you don't have to fear that you're missing out on really key cards whatsoever. Anyways, Yami Marek with Lava Golem. Now the holo variant that we're getting is Magical Stone of Excavation. I don't know about this card. This card is just too much of a cost by discarding 2 cards from your hand, and you just add 1 spell back from your graveyard to your hand. I would prefer playing Magician of Faith, honestly. So this card has never been that great, but you know, cool to see as a ultra rare. I would have picked a different card, honestly. Anyways, Shadow Realm, first skill Yami Marek, which is also exclusive, speed duels only. Never heard of this one for Duel Links, unless I have not been up to date anymore. But activate the skill during your main phase. Once per duel, you can pay half your life points, special summon 1 monster from either graveyard, but your opponent takes no battle damage this turn. So that kind of sucks where your opponent can't take battle damage. You can't just like simply grab a monster from your opponent's graveyard and then just swing in for game. That's not possible. But you can use this to basically help you tribute summon easier for sure. And I can see it being quite helpful, but not a very powerful skill, honestly. But this one right here is what everyone needs to talk about. As always, the juicy paragraph-like ones are going to be really good. Twisted Personality. Each time a player loses life points, so it can be either you or your opponent, place 1 counter on this card, max 3. Once per turn during your main phase, you can use one of the following skills. You can remove 2 counters from this card and discard 1 random card from your opponent's hand. That's really good already. It's so easy to meet the requirements to stack up your counters. Or you can remove 3 and target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Not target, sorry. Just basically destroy 1 face-up card, actually, your opponent controls. It can be a spell, trap, field spell, monster. Anything that's face-up is destroyed. Of course, other than skill. I don't think you can destroy skill. But really good. So really excited to see how this one comes in. Definitely fits Marek's in his immortality torture deck type of style, 100%. Right here we got Lava Golem. I'm gonna dibs it and shout out right here, this card is 100% going to be reprinted as in one of the tournament speed duel tournament packs 3 or something like that, or 4 down the road, because this card is absolutely insane in Duel Links as well. Lava Golem. Basically, contribute 2 of your opponent's monsters and summon it onto their side of the field, and your opponent basically takes 1000 damage every standby phase. Now, I mentioned this many before. This card may not be super strong by itself with this deck, but with other existing speed duel cards that we have already, this card is absolutely insane, just so you guys know. But anyways, Lava Golem, really cool card right here. No Winged Dragon of Ra, that's actually more of Marek's monster, I would say. The God cards or Divine cards, but suits him more. But anyways, Lava Golem is definitely promising. Yaiba Robo right here. I think it's an OCG print, import print. Brave Cesar as well. Melkit the 4-face beast, that's definitely new. Right here we have Gilgarth. It's a vanilla monster, but it's one of the best vanilla monsters we have out here. A normal summonable, level 4, 1800 dark type with 1200 defense, but 1800 attack with no effect. That's really good. I would say second compared to the Gaia card, which we got in Match of Millennium. The Gaia card, the Charging Gaia, there's just so many names, I can't remember exactly which one, but it's the effect one where you can normal summon for 1900 basically. This one, really good. Basically another gear feed. I can see beatdown decks potentially becoming a thing as well because of this. So this card is definitely notable. Dark Prisoner, OCG import, Dokuro Yaiba. Okay, Dokuro Yaiba. That looks creepy with a skull and snake. OCG import as well. And then right here we're getting to this Dark Lucius archetype. So I really hope that this archetype does do well because of this of the new set. You know, this archetype has never been able to shine. As well for regular Yu-Gi-Oh TCG, level monsters are just not that great right now, but I really hope we get more support down the road. But anyways, Dark Lucius level 8 basically is, if this card is special summoned by the effect of Dark Lucius level 6, banish your opponent's monsters destroyed by battle with this card and also negate their effects. So that's pretty good. 2800 attack is really neat, but 900 defense is just absolutely weak. Like, honestly, any normal monster can easily run over it. So that's not very nice. Dark Lucius level 6 basically helps you bring out level 8. If this special summon by level 4, negate the effects your opponent controls, destroyed by battle. It's basically very similar, but you don't banish it. Once per turn during your standby phase of your next turn after this card negated your opponent's monster effect by this effect, you can send this card to the graveyard and special summon one Dark Lucius level 8. So that's a hefty requirement to meet, honestly, in order just to bring out a monster like this. And it's got really good attack stats, but once again, defense stats is just really low. So this is like the whole package, the whole family, level 4, level 6, and level 8 as it evolves right here. Level 4, same thing basically, and same as level 6, but you know, if you do basically fulfill the requirements by battle and send it to graveyard, you can special summon level 6 right here. So we'll see how this goes, how this level deck goes. Next, we got Legendary Fiend. Basically increases attack every standby phase. I can see stall decks coming back into it and playing this card as well, potentially. Visor Shock. If this card is summoned, return all set cards on the field to the hand. So this is going to be interesting. Pretty potential for OTKs maybe sometimes. But it's a level 5, so it's very hard to summon. If it was a level 4, then sure. Polymer, basically really good for hand destruction. Because it discards cards from your opponent's hand, but your opponent has to go into battle phase in order for this to happen even. But pretty annoying card to deal with overall, I would say. Mephist, the Infernal General, level 5 once again, 1800. And then we have Lady Assaillant of Flame. So basically banish the top 3 cards of your deck and inflict 800 damage to your opponent. So that can be really cheesy to win the game. Level 4 as well. It's a flip effect. And you know, with 4,000 life points in speed duels, this 800 damage is quite a lot. So I can see burn decks coming in with this. Visor Death, level 4. If this card is normal summon, target one monster your opponent controls during their third standby phase after this card's activation. Destroy that monster. This card cannot be destroyed by battle while the target monster is on the field. And you know, you gotta summon this and attack, and you can take a lot of damage keeping in an attack position as well. So it's okay. It takes too long to destroy, but this one's a lot much better. Neudoria, if this card is destroyed by battle, it's sent to graveyard, target one monster on the field, and destroy that target. So basically, essentially like Man-Eater Bug, but better stats, because it's got a little bit higher attack, so it can potentially attack as well. Dark Gyroid, really good for like just decreasing really annoying high stat monsters your opponent controls, because it just decreases one of your opponent's monsters by 800 attack. Well, not your opponent. You can target any face-up monster and decrease it by 800 attack. I can see some really cool combos because it's permanent as well. Hinting Amazoness Swordswoman. Drillago, direct attack if your opponent controls all 1600 or more attack monsters. It's okay. Boganian, every standby phase inflicts 600. If you can keep him alive, it's pretty decent, I have to say. Tribute to the Doomed. Discard one card from your hand and destroy any monster on the field. It's so good, simple, very classic as well. Level up, I like this card. More level monsters come into the game, this card is just going to be better and better. Definitely holds on to that. Creature Seizure, more better for normal monsters. Faustian Bargain, really good for normal monster centric decks as well. Actually, these two cards seem to fit Bakura more so than Marek, honestly, I feel like. Supply Squad, I don't know if you got this card already, but anyways, once per turn, if a monster you control is destroyed by battle, card effect, draw a card. Rope of Life, it's okay. You have to discard your hand and target one of your monsters that was destroyed, and then resummon it, and it gains an 800 attack. Sure. Nightmare Wheel, basically the trap card version of Mask of the Accursed, which is also really good in some ways. Just because it's a trap card, it means it's slow, doesn't mean it's worse than Mask of a Curse, because you know, now you have two options. You can activate one during your turn, and you can activate another one during your opponent's turn when they do summon a monster, which is really good. So definitely have that. Coffin Cellar, great for burn decks as well. And then Metal Reflect Slime for stalling, I think, because it's got 3000 defense, trap type monster right here, and Prideful Roar to basically pay your life points to increase attack of your monsters. So this rounds off for the Yami Bakura deck opening right here. Just so you guys know, all these cards right here, lots of cool new cards to go through. I apologize once again for such a long video, but I really want to enjoy them slowly with you guys. And there were a lot of cards to go through, honestly. There's 60 cards to go through and look through through these decks. And right here, definitely stay tuned, because you guys know we will be making a budget variation deck. All these decks right here, we're going to combine 3 copies, mix all these cards to make like a very powerful deck and basically play against each other. So be sure to stay tuned for that as well. Don't miss out. Be sure to click that subscribe button, click that notification bell, and don't miss out on the new videos coming out. Lots of content, really excited. Let me know in the comment section down below which villain you guys like more, Yami Bakura or Yami Marek right here. Which one you guys want. We're going to be versing each other. Be sure to stay tuned for those deck profiles. And then lots of other cool stuff coming real soon. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, be sure to hit that like button. If you guys want more Speed Duel content, welcome to the AVAULT channel. This is the perfect Speed Duel channel, Speed Duel focusing channel for Yu-Gi-Oh players out there. Right here we cover basically everything about competitive, casual, fun deck profiles, Speed Duel matches, news, contents, tips and tricks, and everything you guys need to learn for Speed Duels right here is on the channel. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys would give this video a like, subscribe, and also share the channel with anyone, any friends, any family members you guys have who are interested in Speed Duels as well, and I would greatly appreciate it. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, you guys have a great day, great night, wherever you are. Stay tuned for the next videos for the budget deck profiles as well. And this is AVAULT signing out.